third speaker, hope I have battery here, is none other than Jenny Ludwig. So Jenny's intro. Jenny grew up in Florida. Is that why you're tan?
No.
All the time? Okay. And although in many ways it was an idyllic childhood, there was aspect of growing up that was incredibly unpleasant and disturbing. We need the music, right? Where's Russ when we need it? She's here to talk about that today and needs your support as she opens up about this rather difficult subject. Jenny Ludwig.
I believe that all living creatures should be treated with love and kindness, even insects and bugs. I'm the girl that takes a spider or a bee that's in my house and gets it outside and rescues it. I'd rather brush an ant off my clothes rather than squish it. I find lizards interesting and worms interesting and even slugs. And as many of you know, I have a pretty decent relationship with opossums. But there's one insect, one disgusting, vomitaceous, horrendous insect that I believe does not deserve my love. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow members, and welcome guests, I'm here tonight to talk to you about the cockroach. No, I'm not talking about the little cockroaches that scatter when you turn the lights on. You can easily squish with your finger. I'm here to talk about the American cockroach, otherwise known as the water bug. I'm here to talk about the big motherfucker. Now, I have to warn you, I wasn't able to do a lot of research on this because just reading about the cockroach makes me start to gag. I did get as far as finding its scientific name, which is Periplaneta americana. I find that offensive. Periplaneta. This suggests that this animal can be found throughout the entire freaking planet. Periplaneta americana. It's most likely to be found in America, where it should not be allowed. Now, why do I find this animal so disgusting? If you can handle it, I'll let you know. First of all, it has 2 antennae that are long and almost invisible and move independently of each other in a very creepy way and come kind of at you and maybe might even touch you because you won't see them because they're visible. Second of all, they have multi-ocular eyes. I don't know what that means, but I know that when you look into those little black eyes, all you see is pure evil. Third of all, they have a tendency to leave hairy little arms or crispy little wings strategically placed throughout your home, as if to say, I've been here, I can get anywhere, and I might come back. Fourth of all, and most disturbingly, American cockroaches can fly. But they don't fly away. They fly at your face and in your hair and on your clothes. They are purposely trying to freak you out. They're trying to take over the world by grossing us all out to death. Speaking of death, these animals are not easy to kill. Now you would think they would be because they're so small. If they land on you, you will be way too freaked out to do anything effective, and you will not kill them. If you spray them with a can of bug spray, they start to get even crazier, and they fly, and they go all crazy, and then they hide in things, and then you don't know where they're going to be, and if you find them, their legs might be moving still. Or if they lure you in by just staying still on the floor, and you call your dad to go and step on it with his foot, both you and your dad know that there's a good chance that its guts will splurt out when you squish it. And it'll make a really nasty crunching sound. So most likely, you're not going to kill it. So by grotesqueness, it is surviving. So most likely, you'll let it survive. I grew up in Florida, where no matter how clean we kept our house, we put the cereal in the fridge, we put everything in plastic baggies. They were still everywhere, everywhere. And I would come home at night after, being out as a teenager, want to watch like a Cosby Show rerun, and I'd turn on the light, and inevitably there'd be one sitting on the windowsill just waiting to fly at my face. So I'd just turn off the light and go to my bedroom. I had no options. And then they'd be in my bedroom. There'd be one like in the bathtub waiting to attack me, sitting in there. And when I was old enough to get out of the house and move, Fairy Planeta, they were there. I was in Argentina. I decided I'd had enough in my apartment. I'd seen 1, 2, 3 hanging out. I'm like, I'm gonna get them. I gotta do this. I can't live like this. So one day, I got this incredible bravery. I put on some gloves. I put my hair up in a hat. I grabbed a can of Raid, or a Spanish Raid, or whatever it's called. And that was it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get all these motherfuckers. And I like took things out and I sprayed and it was crazy and I was freaking out. And like 3 hours later, there were 9 corpses at my feet, the big ones. I killed them, 9 of them. And took like 18 showers and I didn't see any more after that there. And then I moved to Los Angeles, which is relatively water bug free. I was happy to be here. I've been here for a while, although I did have one experience. I was in an alley after an art show with a new boyfriend and some really good friends and just hanging out, having some chit chat, when my friend Alina stops the conversation in the middle and says, Jenny, don't look down. I immediately looked down, and right here on my shirt, with like a suitcase from like Miami, straight off the boat, a nasty cockroach. And I like threw my purse up in the air, ran down the alley, and like did the cockroach dance, and was like freaking out. And the boyfriend was like, this is his new girlfriend. And I was just, hours later, I still thought it was on me. It took forever for me to like really accept the fact that it was gone. So luckily that was my last experience. That was several years ago. And I've been relatively cockroach free ever since. And I know it might not have been easy for all of you to listen to this speech. Trust me, it's not easy for me either. My relationship with the cockroach is just about as ugly as the animal itself. But I hope that one day I can find one in my home, and just like the spider or the bee, I can cup it in my hands and set it free without killing it. But just telling you that gave me a tingly feeling down the back of my neck, so we'll have to see.